Cancel the Transmission. Can't get enough. Now that was a very cool rockin' tune. I love the vocals, like really powerful, and a really, really catchy riff, like a good breakdown, like a really, really good song. I really dug that one.
Yeah, this band are really, really cool. They say they've got influences that include Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, Aerosmith, Def Leppard, Whitesnake, and then they go on and mention loads of others from Alter Bridge to Airborne to all sorts. So I'm like, yeah, that's about right, actually.
Well, Aerosmith I can see for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Aerosmith was the one that stood out for me, actually. It's got that... it's something about his voice, isn't it? And
yeah.
The guitars go together. But I just love that. I love chuggy guitars. I love, guitar solos, obviously. I love vocalists that have a good range. It's absolutely bang on. Apparently they're from Wales, so if the never-ending 1-in-5 tour ever makes it to Wales, then I'll hit them up and see what we can do over there. But yeah, Cancel the Transition are fantastic, and they sent me this probably about a week and a half ago, and obviously we didn't do new music Saturday last week, so we've got Ransom this week, and it's just fantastic. It fits in so nicely with the rest of the particularly heavy part one that we've got tonight as well.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But yeah, I just think they're rocking. I think that's, it's so cool to hear bands doing like chuggy guitars and proper riffs and guitar solos and stuff.
And
it's just
speaking of Aerosmith, so today I'm in the car with my dogs and I'm taking them to the kennel to book them in for a day, yada yada yada. And a car next to me is getting ready to turn left, and they're playing Aerosmith, and I hear the song, and it's the song Crazy. It's like, oh, out of all the songs you have blasting, you have got the song Crazy blasting. Of course, what happened? That song was like stuck in my head for the next 3 hours. Like, oh my god, it's one of the most annoying Aerosmith songs ever. I mean, personal opinion, but at least it's just one of those things. But on the opposite end of the spectrum is at work. They have this one radio station playing all the time. It's like, no, we play 80s, 90s, 2000s, whatever, blah, 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 blah. We never have commercials, yada, yada, yada. It's always the same old BS over and over again. Anyways, point being is the one Aerosmith song they do play quite frequently is a song called Deuces Are Wild. And every time I hear that, I'm not sure if it's on any album, but I did hear it because I had the CD, still have the CD, the Beavis and Butthead Experience. And that's what it's off of.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, and it's the same thing with Nirvana's I Hate Myself and I Want to Die. Megadeth, 99 Ways to Die, which is an amazing song, by the way. Like, it's one of the best songs ever.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is on there. There's a few more, but those are the ones that stick out. White Zombie, a song called I Am Hell.
Oh, yeah.
And Anthrax does, oh, this is awesome, man. Anthrax does a cover of Looking Down the Barrel of a Gun by Beasties. And
right.
Man, was that an awesome cover, man? They by every feat of the imagination, man, they did that song more than justice. They nailed it, and it was awesome. I love the original, but man, you get a chance to look that up. Anthrax cover of Looking Down the Barrel of a Gun, because man, that is a kick-ass cover. They did an amazing job with that.
That's definitely one to check out. I haven't heard that. That would be amazing.
Yeah, man, check it out. It's worth it. Like, it's a great cover. I was very impressed. The thing is, when I grew up too in the 90s, obviously it was mostly alternative, but I did have Anthrax. I did. And if I remember correctly, it was the album called Be All End All.
Right, yeah.
So I used to listen to that album all the time, along with the Dead Kennedys and that sort of thing. So I kind of jumped around a little bit musically, but that was kind of part of the rotation, at least for a little bit. And then they came out with The Sound of White Noise, and they kind of flopped, and it was all right. But I more like the older stuff, anyways. But when I heard that cover, I was like, man, this is absolutely effing amazing. I love this cover. They did such a good job. Like, it's one of those things. There are good covers and there are bad covers. There's really no in between. And when you hear something like this, like, man, they nailed that. They absolutely effing nailed it. Like well done. So enough of the sidetrack here.
I mean, I love the Beastie Boys, and sorry, I know you were going to cut off the sidetrack, but I'm going to carry on for a minute.
Oh, please do.
I love Anthrax. I I used to listen to Madhouse on repeat over and over again by Anthrax. I thought that was such a quality tune.
Nice.
That was awesome. And also the I didn't realise for years and years and years, because I've said before I'm a massive Nirvana fan, and I knew I Hate Myself and I Want to Die as, first of all, as this kind of obscure, rare track. That there was just hundreds of random Nirvana tracks that you could download, or you could buy all these bootleg CDs and all the rest of it. And then I found out it was the B-side on I can't remember which single it was now. It was the B-side on one of the singles, but it was only years later I found out that it originally came from this Beavis and Butthead thing. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
And you know where they got the title from is Kurt Loder, who is long since retired, was a VJ on MTV in the US, and he was quoted as saying, well, the I Hate Myself and Want to Die generation, meaning the grunge kind of era sort of thing, and then Nirvana took that and used it as a song title, and the song has absolutely nothing, not even remotely close to wanting to die. It's literally like nonsensical lyrics, like running on your own's a joke. At least you don't have a cold still. You can cough on me again. Like, no, I still have my hose filled. What does that mean? Maybe someday. What's that sound? Yeah, that's got absolutely 100% nothing to do. So
it's genius.
And that's what's so funny about it, right? It's not just like a few steps away. I mean, it's more than it's like miles and miles and miles away from the actual idea. That's why it's such a like literally a joke. That's why it's like I hate myself, I want to die. So.
It was great then, man. That phrase appeared on the back of Nirvana t-shirts and everything, didn't it? It was it was a whole thing.
Oh man!
And then you'd have people going, "What is that? What does that relate to? It's this obscure song."
There's one more thing in Nirvana that we'll step on is one of my favorite t-shirts, and I've had many t-shirts I've got worn so much they have had to host them and I've had to rebuy them. Like my Ramones shirt, I've had to rebuy about 3 times already.
Yeah, right.
Because I wear so much. But my Nirvana shirt, my original Nirvana shirt, which I don't have, I haven't bought it again. But I had the original Sliver shirt because the song Sliver from Incesticide. But this shirt came out before that single was actually released, so it was kind of a mystery as to what Sliver meant. But it was like a purple and blue set on a black, and had a guy in front with his arms kind of facing out, so it was like his knuckles were facing up, sort of thing, and just these crazy eyes. But man, I wore it so much it had holes like everywhere. And that was probably like my favorite shirt. I haven't really bought it since, but I should. But it's a great t-shirt, and that's one I'll always remember. That's the very first Nirvana shirt I ever had.
Awesome. I love that. I think I know the one you mean, actually. It's kind of, is the writing in blue?
Yeah. Yeah. The writing's in blue, and then the picture is like a purplish blue, it's kind of mixed in, the colors. So.
Yeah, and the bloke is he sort of red or orange or something like that. Yeah, I know the one you mean. I know exactly the one you mean. Yeah. I never owned that, but that's a cool t-shirt.
So yeah, I probably should buy it again soon too, but we'll see what happens. So
for anyone listening, this is Dr. Bones and I describing a t-shirt.
Yeah. I promise we'll get back to the music. We have sidetracks, and it's my fault, but like I said, it's got 6 degrees of separation, so it all connects somehow. So next up, I'll shut up and we'll get with a band called Thea. The song's called My Poison. Dig this.
She craves love and affection, shelter, protection, alone is
that heavy as fuck. That was Thea with My Poison. What a great tune that was. I love the vocals, like really powerful, like really just hard hitting and heavy, man. That was a great tune.
That's a fantastic tune. I mean, there's so many good guitar tunes on tonight's show. It's unbelievable, and it's impossible to. I said earlier, like all of them are my new favourite band, like every single tune. But yeah, Thea are absolutely fantastic. That is such a proper rock and roll tune. Again, he's got a great vocal. I really enjoyed the breakdown on that as well. That was a real kind of Guns N' Roses breakdown, I thought, which is cool. It almost needed just a bit of cowbell in there to really to really give it that. But yeah,
song needs more cowbell.
Yeah, it really needs more cowbell.
Yeah, I am playing the heck out of this thing.
That was amazing. That was a great tune.
Right on. So next up, Mike, Pink Cigar. You can cue this one up.
Pink Cigar are a band I've followed for ages, actually, and they play quite a bit at a bar called the Mau Mau Bar in somewhere in London. I can't remember where it is, Camden maybe. But yeah, they're a really, really cool band, and I've not yet had the opportunity to actually see them live, but I've kind of followed their stuff. And I think it was last week or possibly the end of the week before, they just dropped this brand new set of 9 tracks, I think it was, for 2017. I think they just called it Pink Cigar 2017. And I dropped them a note. I was like, can we play this on the show? Because I love your stuff. And, you know, I don't think they released anything for a year or two. And they're like, yeah, absolutely, please do. So these are great. And I'm really glad they've got some new tunes so I can kind of share the love, because I've been watching them from a distance for a while now. And they're a really cool band.
Right on. So here we go with Pink Cigar and Bombs. Dig this.
Masters, babies, I'll be kicking up for the president of the Axis, so it's murder for its half. When people long for peace, I just don't know what they mean. We've been running each other bloodbaths since first presidents hit the scene. I won't lie, I really feel it. No blood on my door, I can't conceal it. So don't build a wall around me, let me sound just like a bird.